Welcome you all. I am Karthik Gupta. Today we are going to discuss the topic permutation and combination. See here, permutation and combination is an important topic. Definitely you can expect one question in your clerical exam and two questions in your PO as well as in your SO exam. See, usually the students what they do, by seeing the problem itself without thinking what it is, they are going to skip the problem. By seeing the word itself arrangement, by seeing the word itself selection, by seeing the word itself combination, they are going to skip the problem. My sincere suggestion is please don't do that, because the problems related to permutation and combination are very simple. Max to max you may take 20 to 25 seconds to solve a problem which are related to the clerical level. 30 to 35 seconds you may require to solve a problem which is related to PO level. Okay, within that much less time you can crack a problem. Okay, you can get the right answer for the problem in a simple manner. Okay, these problems also the calculations will be very less. Okay, so the less calculations, complexity will be less, means the level of difficulty is very low, the problems will be very easy, so that you can get the right answer for those questions. So my sincere suggestion, please don't skip the problems related to permutation and combination in your exam. Now, what do you mean by permutation and what do you mean by combination? Let me go with the combination first. What do you mean by combination? Usually the people are going to tell combination means combining, merging, but in this context combination means selection. Okay, so how many ways we can select 2 among 4? How many ways we can select 3 among 6? How many ways we can select 5 among 8? So this is called selection, that is nothing but combination. So combination means selection. Okay, so how many ways are there to select 3 among 5? How many ways are there to select 2 among 4? So to calculate this, okay, we are going to tell it as combination. Let me take an example. Consider 4 people or 4 items. So consider A, B, C and D. So I have considered 4 items A, B, C and D. Now I have to select 2 among 4. I have to select 2 among 4. So how many ways are there to select 2 among 4? See here, I can select AB, I can select AC and I can select AD. See here, already I have selected AB. Then if you consider again BA, it is wrong. You cannot consider BA because AB and BA both are same. Okay, I am selecting AB. Okay, I am selecting this stylus and this supporting pad. Okay, this is also same. I am selecting this supporting pad and stylus. Both are same. Is there any difference between both the two? No. So you are selecting stylus and supporting pad, you are selecting supporting pad and stylus. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, so while selecting, the order of the arrangement doesn't make any difference. Only we deal with the items what we are selecting. We are selecting AB. AB also same, BA also same. Both are same. Okay, AB and BA both are same. It doesn't make any impact. Okay, so AB, AC, AD. Next I can select BC and BD. Next I can select CD. Can we select any other 2 other than these 6 items? No. So how many ways we got? So we got 6 ways. We got 6 ways. Okay, so among 4, if I want to select 2, I have 6 ways to select 2 among 4. Okay, so now I have selected 2, so I got 6 ways to select 2 among 4. Now my question is, here 4 items are there. Among 4 items we have to select 2, that's fine. But if the items are 40 and I have to select 20, then how many ways are there? If items are 50, I have to select 5 among 50, then how many ways are there? Okay, so is it easy to do like this? Okay, so it is very difficult to write in this manner and to calculate. Okay, that methodology we cannot adopt in our exam. If we do in our exam, almost we want 1 day. After that 1 day also we don't know whether we are going to get the right answer or not. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to go with the formula method. So what the formula says? The formula says NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. N factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Now, you have to understand some of the meanings of the terminologies. What do you mean by n? What do you mean by c? What do you mean by r? What do you mean by factorial? See here, what do you mean by n? What do you mean by c? What do you mean by r? And what do you mean by factorial? What do you mean by factorial? Now, C is nothing but combination. How many ways are there to select? So, to calculate that one, we use the terminology called C. C means combination. Next, what do you mean by n? See here, n is the total population. For example, among the 4, I have selected 2. Out of 4 people, I am selecting 2. So that 4 people is the total population or the total group or the total number of items. Okay. So if I have 100 people, among those 100 I have to select 30. So that 100 is the total population. So the total population is called n. Total population, total number of items or the entire group, that is treated as n. So n means total population. N means total population or the total number of items or entire group, total number of people in the group. Okay, that is n. If I want to select 5 among 50, then 50 is the n. Okay, if I want to select 10 among 25, then 25 is n. If I want to select 5 among 10, then 10 is the n. That is the total population. Okay, the entire group, what we are going to consider to select the people, that entire group is called total population. Okay, next, what do you mean by R? What do you mean by R? R means how many items we are selecting. Among 4, if I want to select to 2, then R is equal to 2. Among 8, if I want to select 5, then R is equal to 5. Among 7, if I want to select 1, then R is equal to 1. So, R means how many items you are selecting, that is called R. See here, if the total population is equal to 4, then I can select 2. If total population is equal to 6, I can select 3. You may select any number. Okay. If the total population is equal to 8, I can select 5. Next, if the total population is equal to 3, then I can select 3. See, among the 3 members, I can select all the 3 members. Okay, this can happen in reality. So, there are 3 members, I can select all the 3. There are 5 members, I can select all the 5. There are 7 members, I can select all the 7. So, this is the reality. Okay, next, among 4 members, I have to select 0. Can this happen? Yes, definitely in reality it can happen. There are 4 people are there. I don't want to select anyone. Okay, means I am selecting 0, means I am rejecting everybody. So this can happen. So out of 4 people, I am selecting 0, means I am not selecting anyone. So in reality, this can happen. So therefore, n is equal to 4 and r is equal to 0. Very simple, but this is very important. R is equal to 0. Next, n is equal to 4. Among 4 people, I have to select 5 people. Among 4 people, I have to select 5 people. Can this happen? It can never happen. So this cannot happen. Among 4 people, I have to select 5. So in reality, this cannot happen. In reality, this cannot happen because only 4 members are there. How you can select 5 out of 4? So this cannot happen. Means what? n can be greater than r and n can be equal to r, means n can be greater than or equal to r, but n cannot be less than r. N cannot be less than r. N cannot be less than r. So n can be greater than r, n can be equal to r, then n can be greater than or equal to r, but it cannot be less than r. Okay, so n cannot be less than r. It is very important. It's a basic thing. Okay, now what do you mean by factorial? What do you mean by factorial? Let me give an example. 3 factorial. 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. Next, 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So preceding number you have to multiply. If I consider 5, so its preceding number is 4, then its preceding number is 3, then again its preceding number 2, again its preceding number 1. So till 1 from n you have to calculate. That is called factorial. So what is the value of 1 factorial then? 1 factorial is also 1. And what is the value of 0 factorial? See here, always you have to remember the value of 0 factorial is also 1. The value of 0 factorial is also 1. So it's very important. 0 factorial is not 0, 0 factorial is 1. Okay, so now you have learned what do you mean by combination, what is the formula you are going to use the combination. In that formula, what do you mean by C, what do you mean by n, what do you mean by r, what do you mean by factorial. So these things you have learned now. Now see here, out of 5 I am selecting 3, means out of 5 I am rejecting other 2, both are same, no difference. Out of 5 I am selecting 3, out of 5 I am rejecting other 2. Out of 4 I am selecting 2, out of 4 I am rejecting other 2. Out of 7 I am selecting 6, out of 7 I am rejecting 1. Means what? Number of ways of selection is equal to number of ways of rejection. See here, A, B, C, D. 4 items I have taken. I have to select 3 among 4. So what are the things I can select? I can select A, B, C. Means I am rejecting D. Next, what I can select? A, B, D. Means I am rejecting C. Next, what I can select? A, C, D. Means I am rejecting B. Then what I can select? B, C, D. Then I am rejecting A. So how many ways are there to select 3 among 4? You have 4 ways. Okay. How many ways are there to select 3 among 4? You have 4 ways. Next, how many ways are there to reject 1 among 4? Again, there are 4 ways. Okay. So how many ways are there to select 3 among 4? There are 4 ways. How many ways are there to reject 1 among 4? There are 4 ways. So means what? Selection. This is selection. This is rejection. So the number of ways of selection is equal to number of ways of rejection. Number of ways of selection is equal to number of ways of rejection. Therefore, see here, NCR represents selection, then NC N minus R represents rejection. NCR represents selection, NC N minus R represents rejection. See, N is equal to 5. Consider N is equal to 5 and I want to select 2. Then how many items you are rejecting? 5 minus 2. So 3. So you are rejecting 3 items. Okay. You are rejecting 3 items. So therefore N is equal to 5, R is equal to 2. Therefore N minus R is equal to rejection. N minus R is equal to rejection. So number of ways of selection is equal to number of ways of rejection. Next, the number of selected items plus number of rejected items. Okay. Which is equal to the total population N. Okay. Always you have to remember the number of selected items, that is R, the number of rejected items, that is N minus R, is always equal to total population n if you add both the two. See here, n is equal to n. So you are going to get the total population if you add both the number of items what you have selected and what you have rejected. If you consider both, you are going to get the total population. This is also very important, okay, because you are going to get the questions based on this topic. Okay, next.